Anthropic just dropped a comprehensive 30-plus page guide on building skills for Claude, and the surface-level reaction is to focus on the YAML syntax and file structures. But that misses the point entirely. What this document actually signals is a fundamental shift in how AI systems are architected, moving from raw capability towards something far more valuable: predictable, repeatable behavior at scale. Think of a skill as the difference between handing someone raw ingredients versus handing them a tested, perfected recipe. Instructions, scripts, and supporting assets are all bundled together so the AI knows exactly what to do, in what order, and under what conditions. You define the workflow once, and it executes consistently every single time. No ambiguity, no interpretation drift, no surprises in production. Anthropic's own analogy is worth unpacking further. MCP, the Model Context Protocol, hands Claude a fully equipped kitchen full of tools and capabilities. But a fully equipped kitchen without a recipe is just potential energy. Without the skills layer, you're essentially saying, here's everything you could possibly need, now improvise. Skills collapse that open-ended space into a defined, executable process. And that distinction is enormous for anyone running production systems. Here's the insight that separates engineers who have actually shipped AI products from those who are still experimenting in notebooks. Raw capability was never the bottleneck. Claude can already do remarkable things. The hard problem has always been getting it to do the right thing, the right way, every single time, across thousands of executions. Every production agent that actually holds up under real-world load already applies this principle manually. Skills just formalize what disciplined builders were doing through sheer willpower. The guide introduces the concept of progressive disclosure, loading detailed instructions only when they're relevant to the specific task at hand. This is context window management elevated to an architectural principle. If Claude is helping with code review, it doesn't need the onboarding instructions or the customer support scripts loaded simultaneously. Front-load the decision logic, keep the context lean, and you get faster responses, lower token costs, and fewer hallucinations caused by irrelevant information competing for attention. Perhaps the most significant shift in the entire guide is the testing framework Anthropic outlines. Trigger accuracy, tool call efficiency, failure rate, token usage. These are the metrics you'd apply to any software system, and now they apply to prompt behavior. This changes the entire conversation. Instead of, does this prompt feel right, you can ask, what is the measured failure rate under these conditions? That's the bridge between AI experimentation and actual software engineering discipline. The cross-platform compatibility of skills is a practical advantage that compounds over time. The same skill works across Claude.ai, Claude Code, and the Direct API, which means if you're maintaining multiple products on top of Anthropic's models, you're no longer maintaining separate prompt engineering codebases for each surface. The logic lives in one place, updates propagate everywhere, and the maintenance burden shrinks dramatically. For teams scaling AI features across multiple products, this is genuinely significant. The closing insight worth sitting with is this: what Anthropic is formalizing in the skills specification is what the best AI builders were already doing manually through experience and hard-won intuition. The gap between amateur and expert AI engineering used to be invisible. You couldn't point to it in a document. Now you can. The tooling is caught up to the discipline, and that means the floor for what constitutes serious AI engineering work just got significantly higher. The era of hoping a better prompt solves your problems is genuinely over.